allow us to take you on a trip to Mars back in the year 2001. Welcome to Red Faction for the PC.
Get your ass
You
to
know,
Mars.
we've been commentating on quite a bit of Mars
Okay,
stuff
Parker,
lately.
this is the training phase of your Red Faction probationary period.
God,
Now,
I remember
survive,
this
you'll be
90s
ready to
form
help
of
lead the
gaming
minor
where
rebellion
the
against
first
game
cutscene
about,
could start as this.
Alright, this game, okay, since I couldn't record the
Some doors
logos,
open as you approach.
the game was developed by Volition and released by
Others, like this
THQ,
airlock
the old
door, require you
THQ.
to press a button to
And
open.
the story is about a miner named
If the button
Parker
doesn't work,
who
the
goes up
door's
to
locked.
Mars
You'll have
for
to
a
find the
year,
access
hoping
card
to
or
straighten
control
his
to
life
unlock
out.
it.
Needless to say, Mars, well, at least the place he is at Mars,
Keep an eye
is
on
a
your
shithole.
gauges, which are in the upper left
Also, I
corner.
had
Oh
to
my
put.
god, is this like...
The outer ring is
Also,
your
I just had to
integrity.
put this in full screen on my end so I can actually read the fucking
outside.
text.
Yeah, I put it in theater mode. Like,
The inner ring is your
this
health.
takes me
When it
back.
gets to zero,
I'm guessing this
you're
is
dead.
sort of like a Doom-esque game, essentially.
Practice climbing on the fence,
Ish,
girders,
so
and
as you can
ladder in your
s- so as you can
environment.
say-
Oh, and apparently gravity is not a thing.
Well, remember, we
Yeah,
are
look.
on Mars.
I can run across. Yeah, we're in a building though. Look, I can just run across like I'm running on, like I'm doing parkour.
So actually, I forgot because I haven't keep track that much. Was this game originally
Get
just a
used to that
PC
sound.
exclusive and
You'll
the
hear alarms
releases
a lot
if you
on
don't
different
strike back at
platforms?
Ultor.
It was originally a PS2 game, but
Step
then
into the
they put it on
Okay.
PC.
Really?
room to learn how to use a monitor.
Honestly,
And,
this feels like something you would see from the early days of PC gaming, honestly.
Yeah.
And as we'll see later on, one defining aspect of this game is its damage physics. But basically, you can just blow a hole in something, and
Pretend the barrels are
the
guns
damage
and
looks
take them
pretty.
out with this
Okay, I
turret.
won't say realistic, but by 2001 standards, I would
Oh,
say
this
so.
came out in 2001?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
In case you forgot,
Yeah, this-
Volition are the devs who will later make Saints Row.
Okay, was this made for the
Nothing more to
PS2?
shoot here, Parker.
Yeah, it was.
There's a medic in the room to your right.
I don't...
Medics are sworn
Well,
to
you
heal
know
anyone,
what?
even rebels.
Maybe for the PS2 this look...
Go to the
I
medic
don't
and
know.
he'll
This
bandage
feels
your
a little
wounds.
old
I'll give you
even for the
something.
PS2.
Well, it's 2001 to be fair, so it was a launch game for the PS2.
Yeah,
So
the launch
for a launch game, this is fine.
Plus, I'm playing this on PC, so.
I guess, you know, comparing this to something like Metal Gear Solid 2 is probably not
Well,
the
I
best
see-
even
well,
though
I
this
see-
was.
I mean, I kind of doubt this game had the budget of a Metal Gear Solid 2.
Must dump the body in the storage room.
Not to mention the
To
experience.
the next training stage.
But yeah, no, I mean, well, this feels very much like an old
Yeah.
PC game.
It does.
It's even
damage.
roughly like one
Containers,
of
medical
those.
cabinets, and lockers for med
So,
What
like,
techs.
is
about
the
the
whole...
voice acting, Dwibs? Like, who's our mission control?
That's the thing though. A lot of these actors have only really done this game, and that's it.
Okay,
Wow.
it was a
Really?
common case of the time in a case of let's see who we have
Looks
in
like
the
this
office
door is
doing the
broken.
laundry
So
today.
yeah, I get the
It's
feeling that
nothing-
developers
again,
overseen the
it's nothing
game.
too malicious on that. It's just a matter of people. Their team did not really have the budget to hire professional
Ask
voice actors,
nicely,
so they
and the
really
miner
just
will open the
had
door
the
for
people
you.
working around. Like again,
Go
Sierra
right on
did
through,
that
Parker.
with his quest.
So
after all.
Parker's voiced by
Like this up? We stole
Dale
it from
Ingram,
Ultor.
and he's actually
Climb
had
in and take
somewhat
it for
more
a
of a
ride.
career compared
Guess
to
you have
everybody
drive a
else.
vehicle after the rush to revolt.
He was in this. He was in Summoner the year before, and also did stuff like Medal of Honor Pacific Assault, incidental characters in Dirge of Cerberus, and more
some
recently he was in the
torpedoes to get a
2022 Saints Row.
Oh, look at that! Water on Mars. This was before we had discovered officially that there was water on Mars.
Anyway, these games were released for the PS2 first, but it got a PC release only a few months after the console version.
It's just on Steam.
I
I think
would
this is
not-
that version just, ported.
I would
Okay.
not be surprised if it turned out this game was made for PC first on
Oh,
the
but
get-go.
get this, it gets better. Apparently there was a Nokia Engage version, which was developed by John You're My Bitch Romero.
Oh,
no
right.
way! Oh my god! And like I said, this feels a lot like a
Climb out the
Doom
sub and go
game.
up the stairs.
I wonder, did he have a hand in making this?
I understand a lot of games, all those shooters before Halo came around were basically trying to ride on the success of Halo.
So yeah, as you can see, we're in the
You mean
tutorial.
Doom?
Open the
Sorry,
gun
Doom, yeah,
cabinet
sorry,
and
go on,
grab the
Dwibs.
pistol.
See, this
The
is
gauge in
basically the
upper right of
tutorial
your
segment
HUD
that shows you
how
how
much
what you
ammo
can
have left.
do. And also one other aspect of the game, you have to holster your weapons around certain characters, otherwise they'll react.
Be suspicious
Sometimes it
about
pays
it.
to be
Man,
inconspicuous.
Halo really
Holstering
did
your
change
The
things for
first
the
Mafia
FPS
games
community.
also
Guards
has a
make people
mechanic
jumpy.
similar to that,
My
yes.
orders are to stay.
I thought Mafia was third person.
Yeah, see?
Yes, but like you said, it has a similar mechanic
Take
where you
some
need to
target
keep your
practice
weapon
here.
concealed.
Oh,
They should
and by the way,
if
if you shoot that guy, it's an instant fail.
I mean,
That
after
reminds
all,
me.
yeah.
I've heard that the new Mafia remake is pretty good.
I really enjoyed it, admittedly. And normally I don't really care about Mafia stories, but they did something in terms of stories. It's kind of similar to the Yakuza games, so it knows to be compelling. But yes, Dwibs gone.
So yeah, who needs a sniper rifle when you've got a good eye, a steady mouse, and
Yeah, like he said, that's the
Nothing more to
advantage
shoot
that
here,
the
Parker.
PC
Keep
shooters have
moving.
over console. Aiming is much
Open up
more
your message log and
precise.
scroll through the
Like I
messages
said,
Move
this
your
very
cursor on the end and pop it up.
yeah. Like look at this. Honestly, this feels like this was made first and foremost as a PC game instead of a console one. Not saying that these can't
This
work
law
on consoles. It's
automatically
just
Is
records
this the
messages
Steam
that you
version,
receive.
Dwibs?
yes.
Okay, we'll
That
wonder if
definitely
Arsenal
checks out.
Compared
Go
to
ahead.
GOG, Steam has a bit of a problem with some games do not run the more polished versions, and they do need regularly fixes that are made by
Normal glass
fan
can be
communities
shattered
to
by
make them
weapon
more
fire,
properly
allowing
polished.
you into the
So I wonder if it
room
was a
beyond.
case of...
Let me see if it's on GOG.com.
GOG. It should be. Nowadays, the IP, if I recall correctly, should be held by... it's by Ingresser Group, obviously, but I forgot if it's Deep Silver or THQ Nordic.
I think THQ
Use
Nordic.
these to blow a hole in the
I
wall
thought so
at the
too,
X.
but I forgot if it was one of the things that they traded off for something else recently.
Yeah,
so if I understand.
Red Faction 2, Red Faction Armageddon, Red Faction Armageddon Path to War, which is a DLC for that one, and Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered. Ha 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 ha. So basically,
Yeah. Cutscene, guys.
Okay, so we had some training.
Mars. I always thought of it as a romantic place, a planet of mystery and adventure.
that face.
Wow.
6 months ago, thinking it would be an escape from Earth. I wanted some time to think, figure out what to do with my life.
Of course, you
A year
couldn't
in
think
the
of what to
outdoor
do with
mine
life,
sounded
so
like a
going to
great
Mars
way to
is the
myself
natural
out.
conclusion.
Man,
But as Parker soon found out,
life in the mines is hell. I haven't had a minute to myself since I got here. You're jammed 8 to a room, time sharing your bunks. Conditions are barely livable, and the guards are everywhere. Altor doesn't care if we live
The
or die.
system is
We're at the
broken.
breaking point.
Hence why you need to start a rebellion.
And then there's the plague
A
killing
red
off miners
faction
left
of
and right.
sorts.
When the guy next
It's
to you
more
dies
it's
before
more than
your
just
eyes,
being on
and
Mars.
return can
It's
come in
either
a minute.
both the right,
Freaks you
the
out.
class rights
No
of
one
against
knows what causes it
capitalism.
or how to cure it. Or at least the miners don't know.
So basically, what you're
Someone
saying
named
is
Eos
we'll
is
make
putting
our
up pamphlets
own
in the
revolution in
barracks, claiming
space
Ultor
with
is
blackjack
responsible
and
for the plague.
hookers.
The pamphlets urge miners to be ready to revolt against Ultor. A lot of miners are muttering, but nothing's come of it yet.
Wow. Go from tutorial
As
to
bad as
it's
things are in
time
the
for a
barracks,
revolution.
they're brutal down in the mines.
That escalated quickly.
You spend 10 hours drenched in your own sweat in the enviro suit, grinding away at rock walls. The guards make sure you work the whole shift. They enjoy their work way too much. You get out of the driller after your shift's over and all you've done is dig yourself in a little deeper. Don't know how long I can keep doing this.
Second work shift has ended. Miners return to barracks.
so here we are.
So
Rebellion
better or
Day.
worse. So better or worse than the working conditions at Disney World, from what I've heard.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Leave me alone, jerk. It's been a long day.
He
about to
sounds
get a
like the
little
prototype
longer,
for
Mind
Steve
Scum.
Blum.
Just let me go, or else.
You threatening me? Yeah, well, threaten this. Your weapons.
Oh,
Oh shit.
well, I guess the revolution's happening now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that guard attacked us first, so yeah.
But yeah, GOG.com has a total of 4 Red Faction games. I'm guessing after 2 they stopped numbering these games, or
So this is a whole.
sorry, go on.
So this is a whole franchise.
Yeah, so I'm guessing after. So are Armageddon and Gorilla meant to be spin-offs or?
No, they're sequels.
Oh, okay, so basically after number 2, they just stopped numbering them.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was a big gap between games in between 2 and the third one.
Ah, okay.
Apparently 2 didn't do all that well.
Oh dear.
So what's this way?
So, yeah, I mean, I'll give him credit. While I do feel like some things do feel a bit dated, the presentation is on point for a game of the time. No, stop, he's already dead.
Don't touch the steam.
That's bad for you.
Well, yeah.
Huh.
Alright.
It says here that on the GOG page that the company behind this is Volition and Deep Silver.
Well, Deep Silver.
Deep Silver.
I guess the Deep Silver part of Embracer Group own the IP now.
Let's see when Deep Silver were established.
Yes, I see it was released in September 18, 2001.
Okay, Deep Silver were founded in November 2002.
Hey, get over here. We're with the Red Faction.
And then, okay, we don't hear the dialogue here, but he's basically going to tell us that we're heading for the Red Faction base. Yeah, for some reason, if I play through, some dialogue gets cut out. Die. That guard was mostly evil. He denied me my dinner.
Miners, this is Eos, leader of the Red Faction. Our time has come. Workers in mine.
Well, remember they mentioned Eos during the opening cutscene. She's basically claiming that Ultor is responsible for this plague that's killing miners and only miners.
It seems simple, but I wonder...
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite kills you can do. You can throw a sticky bomb onto a guard, and all he can do is run around in terror before you press the button any time to blow him up. I mean, considering the amount of terror he's put the miners through, he deserves it.
Him just blowing around like that is certainly funny, but yeah, like
even better. You couldn't hear it then, but sometimes when you do it with guards, they'll just be screaming their heads off in panic.
Like I said, this game seems to hit the ground running. Like, damn.
Yep. We barely even started the way.
That running cycle is so goofy. That's one of the things that's always charming about the games made around this time, like that goofy face from that guy in the cutscene earlier, and these animations again. It was so rudimentary.
Oh, don't worry, I'll help you. There you go. Hello there, miner.
Thanks. Hey, come with me. A bunch of miners are heading up to the docking bay to steal the shuttle.
I'm guessing the way this game works is like, well,
you help me reach the
moving
shuttle
to a certain
sure
point trigger. Why did you do that?
Okay, to be fair, if I let him run off and quote lead me to the area, he gets blown up.
So what? That was supposed to be a mercy kill?
Yes, and even better, I don't have to fight 2 guards if I do that.
I can really tell that this is. I can really tell this is an old game, because even running on much more powerful hardware. Question, Dwibs, do you have an SSD on your computer?
I don't know, but I do know it loads pretty quickly.
Well, yeah, because even while you're going from one area to another, there's still that little now loading screen there. Which again, I can tell that this game was clearly made. And yeah, Dwibs mentioned that this was a PS2 game first. Yeah, I can actually see it now because, yeah, they would need to. They probably made that loading screen with the PS2's load capacity in mind, and for the PC port, they didn't bother changing anything. So the game always expects that exact same type of loading, even if you're playing on a much more powerful hardware that should be able to load the game much faster.
Oh, heat seeker.
Yeah, basically, this game, obviously, like any good shooter, has a primary fire and secondary fire. Secondary fire, in this case, is when you hold down the right mouse click button. And in the case of the rocket launcher, you can have it home into a guard if you hold it down for long enough.
Level 1 response required.
So who voices Eos?
An actress. I don't really know. Again, a lot of these people don't really have much of a career afterwards. Susan Messing, according to IMDb.
How so? This game has. Yeah. I'm gone.
A most recent thing was in 2021, where she was in something called Adventures in Improv.
Huh.
Where's my backup?
Okay. Now I can actually see that, because the thing about PC games is that if a game is if the developers code the game with a specific loading time in mind, that will be it. Like, it doesn't matter how much powerful your hardware is compared to how it was first released, it will always have that load time compared to something like the PC port of Sonic Heroes, because the PC port of Sonic Heroes. Oh, okay. Now we have a vehicle thingy.
Now I'm in a crusher tank, and I can run them over.
I mean, you're a miner after all.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, don't worry, those drills are good for something. You could use it to give yourself a bit more room to turn around, like so. Or I could just glitch a bit through the wall like that.
Huh.
That works too.
Again, I am pleasantly surprised by how interactable the environment is for a game of this age.
I'm guessing this is the main gimmick of the game to help it stand out more.
Indeed.
Yeah, this definitely seems to be a game meant to show off the new powers of tech at the time for gaming.
Indeed.
While also having an interesting enough narrative to go by with it,
I'm gonna ram the electric gate.
Oh!
What? But okay.
That's the title of the game.
Okay, it doesn't kill you, but now the tank is useless. You can't move it.
Was it the lasers?
It's mostly kind of like, it's more like not necessarily a set piece, but more of a tool that allows you to progress until a certain point.
Laser.
The music for this.
I don't know.
I'll have to look it up.
But yeah, just to give you guys an idea, in the Sonic Heroes PC port, that game's load times are based on how fast your computer is. Which means if you sorry.
And down goes the tank, and the car just ran off.
Well, shit.
Dan Wentz did the music for this game.
Let's see who voices Hendrix.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
But yeah, the Sonic Heroes PC port, since its load times are based on how fast your computer is, if you play it today, especially on an SSD, the load times are literally instantaneous. So it depends on how the developer codes the game.
All right, coming up in a minute, we're going to have the stupidest guard in the game.
Oh, right at the beginning.
Yep.
Attention, all personnel. Mine M4 will be sealed in 5 minutes. All personnel are required to evacuate immediately.
Well, That happened.
He didn't even react to anything. Not even the firing of the rockets behind him and the explosions. Alright, but just before I go there, let's see what we can find in this little cabin over here. Right past.
As for Hendrix, it was an actor by the name of Laredo Shepard who seems to have only Red Faction as a credit.
So this game destroyed his career.
Again,
or
maybe he's just one of the developers.
Possible.
Ooh, little swimming pool.
Do you have an air meter?
No.
I guess that mask must, protect you from that.
Yeah, well, it's called an enviro suit, so maybe it adapts. I guess that guy didn't adapt very well.
Huh. That or he had holes poked in his suit.
Yeah, guard probably shot him while he was in there, and he drowned. Alright, let's get out the cage. Well, okay, it is kind of a cage. The cage of the mind that Parker is trapped in because of how tortured he's been being stuck in this place. I mean, yeah, he kind of went there himself of his own free will, but still, the conditions are just oof.
Let's see. In regards of what the series is currently up to, apparently original developers Volition have retained the rights to the series since 2020, though with no updates provided on whether a future 5th game since 2011 is in the works or may be so in the future.
Whoa.
Oh.
Volition are a bit too busy at the moment. Most recently they tried to do the Saints Row reboot, which blew on their faces. So, yeah.
They get a new weapon. But now it's time for our new weapon, the flamethrower.
All personnel. Mine M4 has
And also a
sealed.
shotgun. Alright, now just gotta find the button that will open the door for the barracks.
Well, yeah, probably there. There you go.
Burn. Hey guys, we're having cooked guard tonight.
Oh, nice.
So anything else you guys want to ask about the game in the meantime?
Well, again, I still wonder if the PC version does have a fix that allows it, proper full screen and smoother performance. Usually games around this era these days tend to have community patches that allow, better smooth experiences, like the Thief series.
I haven't really come across any of those.
I'm not really good at actually finding them.
The best way to do it, that too, is to check PC Gaming Wiki. Because usually PC Gaming Wiki always has a lot of community-made patches in the page. So basically, if you need that, go to that game's PC Gaming Wiki page.
Well, we do have a page about this, but check.
TV tropes.
No, except the place that Pedro just told me.
I thought you were talking about this game when you said they have a page in it, but go on.
Whatever.
Oh, they do.
Hey!
See, that guard has body armor. Got a lot of good with him.
Alright, there is something I want to do here, actually, so let's save the game first.
Very nice.
Call it Squirm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Get me out of here. There's a key card on the desk.
Okay, Dwibs, why?
Again, so you don't have to fight many guards when they come past. Basically, sometimes when you kill a miner, for some reason, guards don't show up. And now I'm going to plant some evidence to make it look like the guard killed him.
There it is, a dash faction. That's how it's called.
And there we go. That's one timeline. But here's the other timeline where I saved the miner.
Yeah, what Theo said. Yeah, there's a mod called Dash Faction.
Widescreen support. Well, exactly what I said. The widescreen support.
Alright, miner, go out. Enjoy your free lap.
Better graphical quality and smoother performance.
Yeah. See, Jova. Even if I didn't kill him, all he would have had was a few more seconds at life.
I mean, at least you're not the one who does him dirty like that.
What are you talking about, Jova? I didn't kill him. That guard who ran in there killed him. The evidence is right there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask actually, like, well, how much can you affect the game by placing bodies here or there?
I mean, there are stealth segments in this game where you have to hide the body if you have to kill somebody. I don't think they're that great, but you know, they're there.
Like for example, the tail. That's how it's via Sonic Frontiers. It was via Sonic Frontiers PC Gaming Wiki page that I discovered that a fan modded the Corone DLC from that's exclusive to Japan into the Western version of Frontiers.
Dark. So dark. Can't see. I can hear you. Sound like a miner. Get up to the docking bay. Ship leaving.
That is the most. That is the most.
Story, bro.
That has to be the most heartbreaking dying acting I've ever heard.
Yeah. Why, nameless miner? I can't believe you committed suicide. Although I would have to say, it's actually pretty neat for a game like this, which, well, at the time there weren't too many examples, but we need to see the riot literally unfolding over your eyes instead of jumping like in the middle of it or that it already happened.
See, guys, I don't kill that miner.
I legit thought you were going to with how you had your cursor on him.
I was considering
wow,
it.
The vents are literally big enough to run through.
Classic video game staple, Drova.
I guess to be fair, at this time it wasn't like we could make intricate crawling bouts anyway in games yet.
Well, shit. How did you survive that first shot?
Well, you probably should have used some more wrong. Remember, the shotguns are used for short range, so you probably should have used something longer.
Like that?
Yeah.
Wow, so we're essentially Spider-Man with how quickly we can climb up these things.
Especially with that kind of sound, that clicking.
Oh, here we go.
You see, guys, Parker is secretly a genetic
I think you
miner.
already got that guy, Dwibs. You didn't need to blow him up as well.
He doesn't deserve a burial. They left the miners in unmarked graves after they punched them in the dead corpses in the face. He deserves to go out like that.
Oh, here we go, Dwibs. For Red Faction 2, there's two specific essential improvements that you can you can use if you want to record that one too. There's an HD music pack that replaces the stock low quality MP3 files with higher quality MP3 files generated from extracted from the PS2 version, and cut 60 FPS versions of the cinematics, so that the entire game can run at 60 FPS. So there you go.
Alright, now, there's two ways we can get into this area that we need to. You can either just go in right through the front door, or use this vent.
Interesting.
We need to get rid of that guard. And there we go. Guard eliminated.
These bombs have quite a radius, I see.
Well, those are explosives
Okay,
after all.
why did you turn your back on me?
He wanted to chance it.
Wouldn't be too surprised if the AI is a bit buggy. That fix that they checked did mention that it also fixes a couple of bugs in game.
Over here! Help! Guards!
You just gave away my location. Now you must die.
Boy, it's Dwibs' dream come true. A game where friendly fire and all types of fire are okay.
Well, Joe, but they called the guards on me. I had no choice.
They were just scared.
They called the guards on me. Besides, that means they're complicit in the actions of the guards.
Just know you wasted ammunition to blow a hole in there just to come and kill them.
Again, to show how I'm dealing with complicity.
You know, in a Resident Evil game, that would not be a good idea given the precious ammo wasted.
My God, this is a Resident Evil.
Code red alert. Disturbance in docking bay 2.
You think there's a disturbance?
Well, I gotta say, the Rebellion Yeah, gee, the rebellion of a bunch of untrained miners, well, a few of them are untrained, versus armed guards.
I guess if we take the tutorial in mind, they technically have been trained to an extent.
Not very well, it seems.
So it turns out
Also,
Go on.
off the miners every way they can.
this music sounds very Crash Bandicoot-esque.
Yes, Pedro.
Turns out Red Faction Guerrilla has a dedicated mod manager. Huh. Apparently the series does seem to have a reasonably active community.
Alright, let's take the
It's a very
tram.
beloved IP, Pedro.
Oh, shit.
It seems like there are people still hoping for a 5th game, so...
I actually
guess
don't
that's
know
gotta
much
count for
about the
something.
story, so I don't know
Alright,
at what
basically-
point are we.
You don't have to go in here, but basically, if you go in here, you have to deal with some more guard waves. Wherever they are.
So I'm guessing you played this game for the first time back on the PS2?
Hold on, I've almost got it.
PC, actually.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
I mean, considering you mentioned you like the stuff like Command and Conquer, I can imagine you had a decent PC even at the time.
Well, my brother was more the Command and Conquer person.
Mm-hmm.
To an
Would you
extent.
say you like the series as a whole, Dwibs?
I've only played this one game.
Well, I can't
Oh.
imagine the others being too much different, other than standard FPS.
Yeah, I just wanted to be.
Tell your
just wanted
friends.
to- yeah, Altor is the place to work.
Uh-huh.
Just you and me, miner. I don't deserve.
Sure you
Just you
don't.
and
One
me,
of
my
those
ass,
guards
with your
was
body
confident,
backing
I
you
guess.
up.
Yeah, basically,
Dang.
that's one tactic the guards have. Basically, fake plead for their lives so they can shoot you.
That's an interesting way for the AI to bring a program like that.
Yeah.
Try and
so-
play to the player's humanity.
My favorite response from theirs is when they say, "Don't shoot, I'm unarmed."
Medical facility. Security respond.
Even they blatantly. Oh, who's knocking up the? Oh,
Hi. You can definitely say
Oh,
it's
dear.
red.
his face is red. Oh shit!
Well,
More
it
guards
sure
coming.
would be,
Try it, miner.
well, it sure would be messed up if it turned out Eos is actually just playing us and she's the real bad guy.
The miners are at the shuttle.
Yeah, that'd be a bit
Intruders
sad.
in docking bay 2. Security
Oh
to
shit!
docking
Oh
bay
no,
2.
we're not gonna make the shuttle. Oh no!
Unless,
There they go. If only you'd been.
why don't we just blow a hole in the floor?
Nah. Besides, that door's open anyway.
Ah.
Oh fuck. Well, we didn't make it.
Well,
Wait, what? Wait,
shoot.
what?
Oh, maybe it's a good thing we didn't make it.
Oh yeah. Wait.
Maybe being slow isn't such a.
Dick! A bunch of people just died.
Also, Lives, it's best if we say it like Arnold says. We didn't make it.
You need to activate the emergency doors from the control room.
You know, one of these days I need to pick the Running Man for a
Once the
commentary.
docking bay is pressurized, the containment door.
Tom
will
Cruise.
Okay, believe it or not, Pedro, The Running Man is an Arnold Schwarzenegger film based off of a Stephen King story.
Mm-hmm.
So
Interesting.
how does he connect it to the Dark Tower?
Probably in the dystopian future category. Basically, The Running Man is a story where, in the far future of 2019 or 2017 in the movie's version, humanity has gotten to a point where criminals are dealt with by putting them on a game show called The Running Man.
I think I've seen. Sorry, go on.
Wherein it is rooted for that they be hunted down and killed by stalkers, as the game puts them as.
I think
But
I've
when Yes.
so I think I've seen a few clips of that. I know it's got one of those former hosts of the American version of that game show, Family Feud. And funny enough,
Yes.
his presenter is the villain, and also the presenter is actually from the UK.
I've actually recently saw that film, and that's actually where the Sub-Zero and Plane Zero thing came from.
Yeah.
I'll explain more when we actually get to that, though.
But for now, join us in the next part where we continue our rebellion.
See
See you
ya.
then.
See ya.